We are back. And here's Simply Love here back to finish up what I started yesterday, which is talking about all 12 signs and understanding them under their planetary sign. So here we go. And this is for Cancer. Cancers are from June 21st until July 22nd. The natural nurturer of the horoscope wheel. Cancer's energy helps us connect with our feelings, plant deep roots, and feather our family's nest. Now, what is the Cancer zodiac sign is all about? Cancer is the fourth of the 12 signs of the zodiac, which begins its cycle at the start of summer during Cancer season, which falls around June 21st to July 22nd, as I mentioned. Whether or not you have Cancer planetary plant placements in your chart, find out by doing the natal chart as I suggested for each and every one of you. It's important to understand the energies. As I always say, we are nothing but energy. We're surrounded by a physical body, which is in this physical world. Everything about us is physical on the outside, but on the inside, we're nothing but energy. That's how you move around. That's in the energy that you receive from the planets, from the sun, your melanin. It all comes and it computes with another outside element where you came from. This sign is a various planet travel or in transit. Though Cancer all year long, activating this sign's watery energy. See, these are water. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio are water elements. Okay. They carry this water energy for everyone, regardless of your sun sign. You know, that's just regardless of your sun sign, moon sign, and sun, moon, or rising sign. Now, the ruling planet, the symbol for them is the crab. Okay, Cancer is the crab. That's the symbol. That's what they symbolize Cancer as. Now, the ruling planet is moon, cerebral body, moods and emotions. So excuse me, I still have this little cold going on. All the water signs, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, are ruled by the water. That's their element, okay? Their body part represents the chest and the stomach. Their good days are helpful, patient, compassionate, nurturing, romantic, and creative. Their bad days, like I said, in this energy, like we have light and dark, that's all it is energy. The energy of the dark operates the dark, and the energy of the light operates the light. But which one are you going to flex the most? The darkness is there to actually help us to, go to the light. The bad has to outweigh to come in to so you can do the good, to be better as a person. So either or, light or dark, is meant to be for a reason. On their bad days, they could be a little gossipy, a little clingy, a little isolated, a little uncommunicative, means that they'll just be quiet. They can be hypersensitive, like they can be overly sensitive because that's that watery energy, see? That's the downside of a water sign. And overly competitive. Okay, they can be overly competitive. Their favorite things are like gourmet meals. They like sports. They like hosting parties. They like working with kids, museums, and arts and galleries. Now, what they hate is tacky clothing, frozen dinners, public speaking, being rushed, paying full price. Their secret wish is to take care of friends and family. Now, how you spot a Cancerin is you can spot them like walking with their chest puffed out. They're like proud. Around the moonlight, they like the moon, something in the dark, and their facial features as well. Where you'll find them could be shopping for like antique, could be antique cars, anything antique they are attracted to. They could be creating some type of masterpiece with a guitar or some kind of instrument. They like listening to live bands. You also notice them being in the kitchen. Their keywords is nurturing, sensitivity, emotions, moodiness, moodiness, home, family, children, and fertility as well. So Cancer, the crab, the zodiac sign Cancer is symbolized by the crab. With its outer shell and vulnerable underside, just as a crab claw grips, Cancer's energy makes us cling to comforts. From job security to beloved family members and pets. The crab also carries its home on its back. And Cancer is about setting up a cozy and safe space wherever it goes. Changes can threaten this security-seeking sign. It's a security-seeking sign. It seeks security everywhere they go, which seeks to plant deep roots. That means they want to be rooted in that security. They have to be secure. Now, under the influence of a Cancer planetary transit, we feel, or they feel, submittal and nostalgic. They kind of think back, they kind of go back, think about things from the past. These are times for nourishing themselves and their loved ones. The essence of Cancer energy is sensitive, dynamic, feminine, material. They like material things, compassionate, caretaking, romantic, and creative. Negative Cancer vibes can be gossipy, clingy, isolated, passive-aggressive, hypersensitive, and overly compensative. Being competitive. They could be overly. That's just the negative side under the Cancer. Now, under the Cancer influence, emotions and institution override their logic and intellect. So they basically they're emotionally driven because they're water. It's a water element. And I'm going to do all the water signs and you'll see how it all kind of works together. But they are under different planets as well. So Cancer rules the stomach and literally urges us to grow with our gut or go with our gut. Like, go with your gut. Whatever your gut's saying, go for it, because that's part of their being intuitive. They're very intuitive sign. They can look at people and read them. They can feel people out. They can tell when something's going wrong, just intuitive because they're an intuitive sign, and that's a water element. Cancer's energy is ultimate chicken soup for the soul. And once you sip from the crab's cosmetic, you feel soothed and nurtured. However, they may play it too safe or feel smothered by too much Cancer energy, which can veer into coddling and codependence. That means being there, a water sign, and this is being true, being that they're an emotional energy. When they're riding on their emotions and not their logic, they can be overly sensitive, very clingy, and very codependent. So, like I said, the Cancer's element is water. Cancer is one of the 3 zodiac signs ruled under the water element. The other 2 waters, like I said, is Scorpio and Pisces. Now, since Cancer is the first water sign of the zodiac, it's the fluid river that gets the emotion, ocean, and creative juices flowing. Cancer people are excellent caretakers, making sure that everyone around them is feeling happy and content. Under that influence of the Cancer planetary cycle, we'll feel a deep urge, or they'll feel a deep urge to nest and spend time with their families or their loved ones. Cancer's ruling planet is the moon. Wow. The moon is the closest, the closest to the body, to the earth, and the one that affects our moods the most. So the moon does affect us, has, that water element. That's, it has that intuitive element. It's like, it looks like light, but, it's like an illusion. Okay. When it comes to the moon, read up on what the moon rules and how it affects people. You know how people kind of act real weird with the moon, like they, used to howl at the moon or something's going on. It's an emotional effect that it takes on all of us, but especially Cancer, being it's their ruling planet. Now, arousing our deepest soul desires and emotional cravings in an instance. This is like some kind of Greek mythology. I really don't really get into that because that's like a false narrative. So I'm trying to stick to the basics. All of the Cancerians are depicted as feminine or female in nature. Cancer, a cardinal sign. The zodiac sign grouped into three qualities or triplets: cardinal, mutable, and fixed signs. And I went through all that with a video that's already out there. You can check it out. Cancer is one of the 4 cardinal signs. These signs start every season. Aries kicks off spring, Cancer starts summer, Libra begins fall, and Capricorn is the first winter sign. Thus, they are leaders and ideal people of the zodiac. Cancer signs prize originally and how can I put this? They like to be the first in everything they do. Okay. They're the trendsetters. Okay. They like to start something and, lead the rest on. And they're also transporters. Okay. They like to help people to transfer, move forward. The ones who get the party started and the crowd hyped, count on them to initiate a winning idea or plan. Okay, got 2 minutes and something. Okay, now what they're like. Cancer people are homebodies at heart. Even if they're out and about in the working world or the queen bees of the social hives, they love returning to a space that they can call their own. Home and deep bonds, especially female ones. Keep them feeling secure. You have to keep them feeling secure, because like I said, they run off their emotions. If they're not feeling emotionally, or getting anything emotional from, it makes them feel insecure because they drive off emotions. Now, many Cancers are passionate foodies who they love to cook. A lot of them like to cook. And of course, they like to eat. Now, many crabs have to host their own house parties for a regular crew. Creative Cancers are the ultimate culture vultures. They're the culture vultures, okay? Always up and on the latest thing. New, banned, or raved about independent films. Great with kids and pets. They really are good with kids and pets. Cancers are... they make excellent partners and caretakers, almost like the sign of Virgo. They need a little TLC, though, okay? You definitely have to give Cancer some TLC. And if you need some TLC, call on a Cancer who's always ready with a sympathetic ear. They like to listen and a shoulder to cry on. Be warned, you will need to return the favor soon enough. Just like a Virgo, sort of. But don't get too hooked on Cancer's compassion, okay? Or your relationship can get codependent. That means don't give too much, just give enough. Because if you don't give any, that's where codependency comes in, okay? And if you give too much, codependency can come in as well. And that could go on either or end, because of it being an emotional sign, Cancer. That shell can be a bit too smug, and crabs can lose perspective, lapse into pessimism. Y'all know what pessimism means, that they can just really kind of mess with you a bit. Make sure to set healthy boundaries. Encourage Cancers to dry their tears and face their fears. They need friends who give them space to vent, but also remind them of their strength. Now, that's all I have for the Cancer. Matter of fact, I was right on time with you guys. Get ready to cut off. Hope you enjoyed it. I'm going to be coming back with more